How you guys doing? Let's do it. Let's get on to this party. Y'all, I am so much don't happen and so much is basically is going on. But I just have to basically like call y'all attention to this here. Call y'all attention to this here. What is going on around there, the Alcatraz. Oh boy. Hold on a second, you guys.
He said, Michael, come on, let's go to the office. And he said, tell me, what's it like there? He said, you like intersection? You like it? How long would you live? He said, it's great. Seriously, Michael, how long would you live intersection? We go to one truck. You and I can go upstairs or tomorrow, come over. There's this girl's coming in from Los Angeles, part of the Hawaiian traffic cuts. So come over to your car. You're going to have a great time. I promise you, Michael, it's just me and you. You're going to have a great time. Be up here at 3 o'clock. We can go upstairs. Come on, you must have had a better wife, right? Yes. Tell me about it. And my wife's on speakerphone, listening, bouncing, saying, I know you, I think you're really hot. And I know you think you're that. And I go, like the end of the world, the best guy on earth, you will be married to. You're wrong. Just listen to the next 20 minutes. The only thing you will is set you up.
That's obviously Jeffrey Epstein's voice, telling a story the way that he said Trump would have done it. Essentially, I guess, would be breaking up a marriage in a case like this. And Michael, people have long claimed Trump did this, have someone listening in on the phone during conversations where he gets one spouse to talk about cheating on the other. What more did he tell you about Trump and women?
Well, Epstein spoke rather at length about this. This was, and let's remember the context here. They were friends from the late 80s through to 2004. This was a period in American life when the models were in the zeitgeist, supermodels, people who wanted to be models. And these two men, Epstein and Trump, this was their obsession. They were, I think it was probably the most important part of their lives. Women and money and models. They were invested in modeling agencies together. They started modeling agencies. Trump obviously had his beauty pageants. Epstein was involved with Victoria's Secret models. This was an abiding obsession. They spent an enormous amount of time chasing models, figuring out how to be with models, figuring out how to get models to like them. And people have said to me, well, you don't mean Donald Trump liked little girls. And I say what I mean is that they were like models. What was the age of models? And trust me, they didn't ask for IDs.
Let me ask you, because you mentioned when your clips were released, you're saying that she was part of the impetus for that. But when you released them, Trump's team did attack you. They called the audio outlandish false smears. They said that Trump threw Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago, not because of the real estate deal gone wrong, as you describe it, but because that's what they say Trump learned about the sex trafficking allegations, and he found out, they're using the word now, creep, so they threw Epstein out. And we've heard the White House repeat this version of events in recent days. What do you say to that?
Well, the White House is clearly looking to.
Okay, you guys, welcome. This is how we're going to do it. Y'all, I was trying to do the Alligator Alcatraz. I was trying to do that. Then, as I was scrolling, I said, wait a minute, I already have a list of what I was going to cover. Hold on, y'all, let me make sure that I said that I already have a list of what I was going to cover today, right? So, Anyway, as time don't move on, it's like that. Wait a minute. They haven't. Let me get over here and see exactly. I want to hear about them files. Because, we supposed to be looking for them files. Because I told the scooters last week, we will be looking for those files in the list. So right now, this is coming from CNN and News, I think it's News 18. Anyway, we basically going, y'all, you got to hear exactly how this here works. Models can be babies. Babies are models. Little children. Little Huggies commercials. What would people say? Oh, that is a Huggy commercial? Or she say model for Huggies? She's a model. That baby's a model for the Huggies commercial. The Huggies Pamper commercial. That's what they said. So didn't think that what we gonna listen to, y'all please, I got 3 in here. Could we do a favor? And could y'all give me at least 2 likes and share me out? Y'all, I cannot be bothered with every damn thing. Okay? Let's go to work right here. We're gonna see exactly what's really going on out here in these streets. Like I say, we are the scooters, we are the SSX sector. Our job is out there is to find those files. Who name on that list? We gotta see is self-love on that list. Yeah. Oh yes. Hold it right there. Okay, let me put it back right here. Oh no. Let me go back. Okay, let me go back. Where I first, let's see. There we go. Let me make sure that we are here in the house. Damn. Gee whiz. Lord, I'm gonna drop this here air conditioner. This here. Hold on a second. I'm gonna drop this here air conditioner because I definitely don't want to be fooled. I don't have
to do anything to close down this story, anything to distance Donald Trump from Jeffrey Epstein, and for good reason, because they were so close for so long. I mean, what they're saying is I think it's absolute. It's not true. It's baloney. What is credible is the details of Epstein's story about this house, which in fact Donald Trump did buy, and then bought for $40 million and sold within less than 2 years for $95 million.
Now Mark Epstein, the brother of Jeffrey Epstein. And Mark, from what you know, from what you saw, how close was your brother to Donald Trump?
They were very close. They were good friends. Jeffrey used to sometimes tell me things that Donald said that were funny. I know Donald was in Jeff's office a lot back in the 90s. It's documented that Donald flew on Jeff's plane a number of times. I don't know if they ever checked, but I know Jeff flew on Donald's plane also. I don't know if they've ever looked at his flight logs. And they were good friends. I mean, I flew on Jeff's plane. It's known I was on the plane in 1999. Flying up from Florida, and Donald was with us. And we were all joking around. They were good friends.
So, tell me about that. I know there was something on that flight that you remember about your brother and Trump. What is it?
Well, it was a funny thing. We were talking, and stick a pin in that. A couple weeks or a week before that flight, I was talking to Jeffrey, and he told me that he was talking to Donald, and he asked Donald, "How come you sleep with so many married women?"
Oh my God.
And Donald's answer was, "Because it's so wrong." Now, amongst guys, it was a funny line. And then when we were on the plane a week or two later, Jeffrey asked Donald the same question. I know he did that for my benefit so that I could hear Donald say it. And Jeffrey asked him, "How come you sleep with so many married women?" And Donald said, "Because it's so wrong." Now, it's a funny line, but the answer is not the poignant part of the story here. The question is the poignant part, because for Jeffrey to ask him that question, number one, he would have to know that Donald slept with a lot of married women, so and he probably got that information from Donald. And
It
also,
implies a confidence.
that's not the kind of question you ask a casual acquaintance, how come you slept with so many married women? That's a question you ask a good friend that you can get away with asking those kind of questions. So that gives you an idea of how friendly they were.
Yes, it does. It does. It certainly gives that perception. Now, okay, Mark, Trump admits they had a falling out with your brother. That's what he said happened. He has not shared what led to it. But here are some of the things that he has been willing to say about your brother. I want to play them for you.
I was not a fan of Jeffrey Epstein. I threw him out of a club. I didn't want anything to do with him. Jeffrey Epstein was not somebody that I respected.
That does not fit with what you're telling me, Mark.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand it doesn't. But he's trying to cover his butt. I mean, look, I understand people trying to distance themselves from Jeffrey because of what he was charged with and the circumstances he found himself in. I understand that. But I know that they were good friends, and I witnessed it myself.
You mentioned something a moment ago that made me think of this, something that the White House told us. We talked to a woman who...
Okay, you guys, let me break it down. Let me get to let me get down. Let me tell you how I think about dealing with the scooters about this Epstein situation. Men will cut, hold on a second. Let me make sure that we got that. Y'all, I got 6 in here. I should have at least 5 likes, and please share me out. Let me tell you something. Dealing with men. Men, folks, white men, allegedly, with white men, they would cut some strong jokes like this here. Don't worry. When my child grow up, I ain't gonna let him sit on your lap. Don't ask to let my he said, what was one of them? Don't ask me to don't ask me to let my son bounce on your lap. Cause you know how you usually take the boy and you bounce him like this, like he's on a pony. That is one of the sharpest tools what they use at base like in a thing pertaining to kids. And a lot of them use those are lawyers that use those type of terms. But if you don't know or don't get it, it's gonna go over your head. Okay? So here we go. His what's his name? Epstein brothers is talking. Epstein brothers started talking 2 weeks ago. Epstein brother was talking and said also too that he had not the list, he had the file. Now, okay, let me tell you about what these file. The list is basically who is on it. People can say that the same, no, they're not. The list is the name. The files and what all that was did in the file, what all we gonna do, and what's the plan on everything dealing back to the up and up. Cause remember now, the guy Weinstein, you remember he had a file. But what I see for this file, y'all, you're around here saying and getting your panties in a bunch. Just enough that is Maxine. If she was in there, there was other ladies in there too. This one lady is gonna control all the girls and who go in that room right there. He's waiting for you. Really? It's another one. It is more than just a, hey, Miss Darling, yes. I told you, Miss Darling, we're gonna work a little bit. Tell me, is that the time after 2? Oh shoot, so there's something. I'm telling you right now, where there's one woman, it's another woman. No way that she gonna be around a bunch of men. That one lady, unless she's sleeping with them too. But did the fact that how that this is a story of how it goes out that did the fact with Maxine Maxwell. Her name is Maxine Maxwell Epstein. Yeah. There you go. See, we already found out her name like that. She wasn't the only woman. Just like did the fact that it was so much okay approval allegedly with Oprah, and Oprah pushed the same thing. Come on here. We ain't gonna be dumb about this situation. What did Oprah says to a woman, one of the young girls? Go on over there. He want to talk to you. He'll make you start going over there. Because she knows exactly what time it was. Yeah, she knew exactly what time it was. And she know about it, what it's all about. The long you don't touch my man. Mm-hmm. She knew it. And that's why you see right then, when the time came out dealing with the Epstein, you remember? There was another woman around then. It was another heavy-hitter woman around there. What did it land? It land didn't think, but it's very wealthy. Oh yeah, she came from a wealthy family. How many it is? Like 6 or 7 of them? Oh yeah, and she chose to be a nasty freak. I think so. Okay, look, Steph, look, you know what Miss Jordan, you know what I think so? I think so the reason why that she become like it, because that she really did like Epstein. Epstein was a good looking, mature man. She really liked him. Matter of fact, she didn't like him. She loved him. But with her having a little intelligence and being smart herself, that's how they basically hook up. But they did start out allegedly as a lover state. Then you see, it's no different in Epstein than Diddy and Cassie. Maxine, what's name? Maxwell. With Maxwell, Maxwell came from a wealthy place. Parent, she wasn't like it another. Very, very smart young lady. Hold on a second, y'all. Wait a minute. Okay, that's what it comes. Okay. Maxwell, very, very smart young lady, but did in fact with to please my man. And if you're going to bother with him, you're going to bother with him. Well, I can see you too, but you're going to please me first. Y'all got to come on here. That was the same thing with Diddy. You're going to please my woman. We both going to please her. And then you're going to please me. We're going to keep this in a 3-ring circle. It was the same exact thing. See, reason why I get so much ooh and ah with this here, because that dealing fact that we have a couple dirty bone president. You remember Clinton was with the dress, but dealing fact with Monica Lewinsky, that still played. Y'all better. I know what I'm talking about. I'm getting there. That plays in the history of what they did when they all got around Epstein. You see? Because the White House was put up with a lot of interns very pretty. That's just what they were doing. That's exactly what they were doing. When Trump did that, they've been doing it. Now, I just play you a little something, some of you that just came in here. I play you a little something this here. Dealing fact with, Trump brother, Epstein brother. He knows he was there. He was there. He was in on some of it, man. Damn, man, I ain't gonna every time I get on, come out here on this plane with y'all, be up here with these here teenage girls. What happened to this here plane worth a drop? And they catch us all with these girls, all these bodies laid out there. It always, Oprah was based with Weinstein, and did in fact Oprah knew Jeffrey. She had no even went to Jeffrey party. I'm not gonna say she went to his island, but most likely she went to his island. All of them a bunch of dirty damn dogs. All of them. But we got to keep the money flowing. How you run your business, and because I come in your party, don't mean say I run my business like that. That don't mean that I agree to your business. Yes, you have to do because you went back to the next party. It's just like that damn freak off. You went to the next one. Now I'm not saying that Oprah went to the freak off. I can't say that, but I can say she was at the party. Cause she said it herself. She said she'd be the first one there. No, she said that she'd be the first one to leave. Let me tell you something. When I first have a birthday party, it don't mean that you got to stay there all night to support. Show your face in the place and let him know that I'm here. Let me take a picture with him and let me see my way on out the door. She knows. Oprah knows what's going on. She knows. But Lord, mighty God, dealing with those young children. But I know Sister Gal, in my spirit, she knows just like what the hell was going on and what do they do. But she didn't get my man. What did they do? Now Epstein brother over there at CNN News 18, and he telling us some story that we need to hear. And I'm gonna go over here, and y'all come and go with me. I just love doing this type of news. It bringing me back myself and a whole bunch of, y'all, I got a little story, a little ditty, but let's get over here to Epstein, because y'all remember now, I got to take y'all back to Florida where the Gators are at. Okay, now hold on 1 second here. Okay, here we go.
Accused your brother of sexual assault. And she also talked about an encounter with Trump at your brother's office. This was in 1995. She found it disturbing. She said she told the FBI twice to look into people around your brother, including Trump. But she talked about this incident that she said happened in his office. And the White House, their response to us, Mark, they were categorical. They said, quote, the president was never in Epstein's office. Is that true?
That's just another blatant lie, because he was there. The people that worked for Jeffrey in his office, you can find them. They can testify that they saw Trump in Jeffrey's office on numerous occasions. So for him to say he wasn't there, all I can say is that's just another lie.
So you talk about him as your brother, and you were on the plane together at that time. When did your brother first tell you that he was in legal trouble? When did you know?
Women and money and models.
Scooters, this is going online. I just got a red ball it back. I got the red ball it back. And because they so the live is going on now, but let me just take it back, okay? It's at court. Okay, let me see. Let me go into here. Oh, let me tell you shit about that. Testing this, that's okay? Okay, got this, okay? Let's see what happened. Okay, let me see if I'm okay there. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna take it, we're gonna go back. We're gonna get caught up on this here.
They and I say what I mean is that they were like models. What was the age of models? And trust me, they didn't ask for IDs.
Let me ask you, because you mentioned when your clips were released, you're saying that she was part of the impetus for that. But when you released them, Trump's team did attack you. They called the audio outlandish false smears. They said that Trump threw Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago, not because of the real estate deal gone wrong, as you describe it, but because that's what they say Trump learned about the sex trafficking allegations, and he found out, they're using the word now, creep, so they threw Epstein out. And we've heard the White House repeat this version of events in recent days. What do you say to that?
Well, the White House is clearly looking to do anything to close down this story, anything to distance Donald Trump from Jeffrey Epstein, and for good reason, because they were so close for so long. What they're saying is I think it's absolute. It's not true. It's baloney. What is credible is the details of Epstein's story about this house, which in fact Donald Trump did buy, and then bought for $40 million and sold within less than 2 years for $95 million.
Now, Mark Epstein, the brother of Jeffrey Epstein. And Mark, from what you know, from what you saw, how close was your brother to Donald Trump?
They were very.
How close was your brother to Donald Trump?
They were very close. They were good friends. Jeffrey used to sometimes tell me things that Donald said that were funny. I know Donald was in Jeff's office a lot back in the 90s. It's documented that Donald flew on Jeff's plane a number of times. I don't know if they ever checked, but I know Jeff flew on Donald's plane also. I don't know if they've ever looked at his flight logs. And they were good friends. I flew on Jeff's plane. It's known I was on a plane in 1999, flying up from Florida, and Donald was with us. And we were all joking around. They were good friends.
So, tell me about that. I know there was something on that flight that you remember about your brother and Trump. What is it?
Well, it was a funny thing when we were talking, and stick a pin in that. A couple weeks or a week before that flight, I was talking to Jeffrey, and he told me that he was talking to Donald, and he asked Donald, "How come you sleep with so many married women?" And Donald's answer was, "Because it's so wrong." Now, amongst guys, it was a funny line. And then when we were on the plane a week or two later, Jeffrey asked Donald the same question. I know he did that for my benefit so that I could hear Donald say it. And Jeffrey asked him, "How come you sleep with so many married women?" And Donald said, "Because it's so wrong." Now, it's a funny line, but the answer is not the poignant part of the story here. The question is the poignant part, because for Jeffrey to ask him that question, number one, he would have to know that Donald slept with a lot of married women, so and he probably got that information from Donald. And
it
also,
implies a confidence.
That's not the kind of question you ask a casual acquaintance. How come you slept with so many married women? That's a question you ask a good friend that you can get away with asking those kind of questions. So that gives you an idea of how friendly they were.
Yes, it does. It does. It certainly gives that perception. Now, okay, Mark, Trump admits they had a falling out with your brother. That's what he said happened. He has not shared what led to it. But here are some of the things that he has been willing to say about your brother. I want to play them for you.
I was not a fan of Jeffrey Epstein. I threw him out of a club. I didn't want anything to do with him. Jeffrey Epstein was not somebody that I respected.
That does not fit with what you're telling me, Mark.
Yeah, I understand it doesn't. But he's trying to cover his butt. I mean, look, I understand people trying to distance themselves from Jeffrey because of what he was charged with and the circumstances he found himself in. I understand that. But I know that they were good friends, and I witnessed it myself.
You mentioned something a moment ago that made me think of this, something that the White House told us. We talked to a woman who accused your brother of sexual assault, and she also talked about an encounter with Trump at your brother's office. This was in 1995. She found it disturbing. She said she told the FBI twice to look into people around your brother, including Trump. But she talked about this incident that she said happened in his office. And the White House, their response to us, Mark, they were categorical. They said, quote, "The president was never in Epstein's office." Is that true?
That's just another blatant lie, because he was there. The people that worked for Jeffrey in his office, you can find them. They can testify that they saw Trump in Jeffrey's office on numerous occasions. So for him to say he wasn't there, all I can say is that's just another lie.
So you talk about him as your brother, and you were on the plane together at that time. When did your brother first tell you that he was in legal trouble? When did you know anything about what he was doing?
It was about 2006 when he first got into trouble. It's known prior to Jeffrey's death, I hadn't seen him for 7 years, although we were always in touch, communication with telephone or emails, but we just never got together. And for the 12 years prior to that period of time, from like 2000 2004 until 2008, we only got together maybe a half a dozen times or so, but we were always in contact. And in 2006,
Y'all,
Jeffrey.
let me tell you something. Let me go ahead and give my input on this, sir. Do I believe the brother? Yes, I do believe the brother. And the reason I believe the brother because that he was there and he knows how that his brother gets down. Yes, my sister, we talk on the phone. Yeah, every day, sometimes, I don't know, 3 or 4 times a day, just say, girl, what you doing? Same thing last time you talked to me, I was doing. His brother will know something. He may not know it all. He may know something. And usually a relative, you and your brother, or you and your sister, y'all are very close, or you want to until you find better friends that you can basically trust. Then you are introduced. Yes, look, I believe him too. And then you'll find a better circle of friends just like y'all. But you have to let a family know, man, that's what they trying to accuse me of this stuff here. Which that his brother knows. His brother knows. The brother that the only way that you can feel close and that can relieve, not saying so much strength, but give you another outlook when you tell somebody close to you like your family. But if we are in this here together, man, we in this here together. But get a fact with that, his brother, I believe everything what he's saying. Everything. Because one thing about it, even now, my best friend, we've been best friends since I was in 2nd grade. We stayed in each other's classroom until the day that we graduated from school. We talk every now and then on Facebook, and she'll be in my chat on Facebook. Be in my chat. But guess what? That's the first that she knows. Do I tell her my personal? No, because we haven't seen each other in a long time for me to discuss it. We both, that was childhood stuff. But I bet my sister knows. And I'm up here. I bet my sister knows because that's what it basically is. I love my best friend. We friends for life. But my sister know more than anybody. And my sister can sit down and say, yeah, that sounds like my sister. My sister don't deal. My sister can come out. No. They don't deal with people like that. And guess what? I haven't even seen my sister in a damn year. But I sit here and FaceTime her regular ass anytime I get like, so what his brother is saying allegedly, I'm not in their damn family, all they friends. I believe everything what the brother is saying. Because when you are in trouble, Wayne, Miss Darling, when you are in trouble, I got 6 people in there. Could I get 5 life so they can let more people? Each story is different. They open up the door and they let others in. We are the SSA sector, and we live on with our strategy, our sprite, and our sector. This is basically what I want. Let me tell you something. You cannot. Only by written out my brothers. I got 4 damn brothers. They don't did a time in prison and out. But guess what? My 4 brothers can stay. And I haven't spent really no time with them besides that when we all get together and goof off, but really like spending time. We living, hanging out. No, I haven't spent that time with my brothers. So we all dealing different type of lifestyle. When they meet a new girlfriend, whatever, I don't interact with that. My sister don't play that type of stuff. You can't play her, can't bring your ex around here because you're married. And we don't even tease about it. We don't play that type of stuff. But then if I with my brother, I bet my brothers can say, if I did something. They would say that, wait a minute, my little sister? No. No, you ain't get my sister to do that. Remember now, we haven't been around each other. But then that's when we press on the phone and just act the fool with one of them. All of us on a family life, just cutting up, just saying stuff, just childhood and stuff. But guess what? My brothers know me. My sister know me. I'm the youngest. They all are older than I. They said they remember my mom when my mom was pregnant with me. And by the time that I came from the hospital, my brother, they can talk about that. Hell, I don't know shit. I don't think I know everybody was older than I. Now, let's go back. Do I believe it, brother? Absolutely. Because if the heat is on your ass, and this is what they're saying, self-love, I'm calling you, hey, no other time I would do this to self-love. Hey, what you doing? Hey, guess what? You hear anything? You hear what they're saying? Hey, I wanna, come on, let's go up. I wanna come over. That's the most time that they wanna come over. Because guess what? They need you because that we are blood. We are blood. And I want you to feel, even though whatever you heard on the plane, you know I'm go, brother. Oh, you know I'm just, you know I'm gonna go out like that. But still, yeah, those that was on there, Trump and everybody else that Trump and Clinton, which you would have went and talked, no man, y'all know I ain't do that mess. Y'all know this stuff ain't true. I don't know what they're talking about. You know that just ain't true. But no, who do you go to? You go to convincing to the one that will bleed your damn life. That's my brother. I believe everything what this here guy is saying. Everything. Some things to me, what he's saying, some things what he's saying, he's all over a place in his remembrance of his mind. To you know that you know how I am, I get like that when I get to say, I'm telling this story, I'm telling y'all the truth. That's basically what I get from his brother. His brother ain't lied. It's just everything is all over the place. And did the fact that with the new anchor, well, she answered the question, and then when she answered the question, he got to say the answer, but also too, the reason why he got this, that he had to give more information. And why that this here can make sense. He know what he talking about. Epstein and Clinton and a host of other, they was Epstein friends. My brother got introduced to the game. I don't know if y'all had heard me, those that come here. Y'all, I got 6 people in here. Could I get 5 likes and share me out? Please, thank you. I told you, babies that you sit around there and you see them running with the hoodies, pimples on. No. They don't say that. Remember that, babies. A model can be any age. Do they say that she's a model? No, they say no. They would say no. That baby, she model for Huggy Pampers. They don't jump up and tell you a baby crawling on the floor or sitting there screaming and hollering. That's a model. No, that baby there, that baby be on the gerbil baby food. That's how they say that. That's how they have to. They will let you know what part that a baby plays, so forth and so on. On that, Oprah Winfrey is aware of it. Jay-Z there in the game. Only body that knew his ass was black his goddamn night was into that damn collaborating or damn bullshit with damn Diddy. Because he was the only heckler. Okay, thank you. He was the only damn body that thinks so that it ain't nothing better than a damn white man. You don't think so? When he was going through his situation, what did he say? He had a meeting. He was the only black man in there and had all the white people around him. Because I trust more of you white folks than I trust my own damn kind. But what I can understand that if you were to got a white man, I bet a white man wouldn't have came out here and said anything did affect with Cassie. But that's what you trust. Cause you know why you trust them, Diddy boy? Cause they ain't got no talent right there. They don't have no ding-a-ling. That's why. And you want to, cause they yours and theirs about the same size, right, little boy? Tootsie Roll, right, little boy? It ain't nothing. Didn't think with Epstein Island. Those models, Diddy boy was in it. He was in it. Over there in Epstein Island, had Oprah been over there? Yes, the hell she did. Yes, the hell she did. She was at Diddy house. Remember, she said that she wasn't there. But as they took pictures, she was there. Not at the free call. No, that's a totally different party. No. I cannot see Oprah with a zippet with her clothes off, showing anybody anything. What? One thing I like about Jeffrey Epstein, brother, he's telling me everything. Because guess what? It ain't no need to hold back. I don't have to answer nobody. My brother is dead. I ain't got to worry about my brother getting mad with me. He dead anyway. I ain't got to worry about this is breaking up me and my brother's friendship. He dead anyway. So I'm going to tell it all. But with this here all, as things go on, I'm going to tell you this here. This is what I think. With Trump help is failing him. Yes, alleged, yes, he do wear a cap. Okay? The man walks all the time. He is going to retire. He going to step down. He don't care nothing about this sit-down politics stuff. He just wants to get right, allegedly. He just want to get on people's damn nerve and rack up the damn. He not even interested in being damn president. Because he went over there in Scotland, started talking about this windmill. They gonna be talking about identify with the tax and the trade and identify. He got on us start talking about windmill. That's letting you know Donald Trump. I mean, the time have come. Cause you know what? Your mind is already slipping when that mind is damn gone. Nobody don't care what happened to your ass. So your ass already damn leaking. And you think pretty Melania, and then Melania, and then she got you got her for 30, 35 years. You think so she gonna change your shit ass? She cannot stand by you. They like excuse me, don't come over here. I'm sorry, don't come over here, Trump. Your own damn wife don't want to stand next to you. They showed a picture where you had an accident over the weekend on yourself. You think some this pretty thing is going to be cleaning up your ass? Do you think so she'd be wanting to smell your ass? She don't almost kiss you. She don't kiss you and she does not hold your hand because you don't wash your hand. You just nasty as hell. Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. I definitely got to do it. You nasty man. She don't want to touch you. You have shit all between your damn nails. Damn. That woman be so glad. God bless her heart in the morning. She be so glad when the day you go ahead and just peel over. She tired of your lies. She tired of your whore. She tired of you that she said back knowing that what is wrong. She got to sit there as the first lady and say that is right. Because Donald said it. You want to send everybody to their back to hear their numbers. You can't send your own bitch back. Now that is, I don't care which way y'all would put that. I mean, that is you can find fault in every damn body, but you can't find fault in your damn bitch that don't want to put up with your damn stanky shit ass. You took your ass over there to Scotland and shit over there on them goddamn people. Oh my God, today. You out of order. Don't not into reality with nothing but damn. I'm gonna get you back. No. We gonna get you. You only one damn person. You work a hard time, Trump. But old Maxwell is out here. Remember that. She wasn't charged with what Jeffrey was charged with. She wasn't charged with that. You say what you gave her 24 hours, a full day to say whatever another, how did she feel and what's next? Really? You look like something is already wrong. Yes, it is. And also, too, let me tell you something. The reason why Donald Trump, my husband died at 60. Donald got a lymphoma. That's the interior. Yeah. Oh yeah, she did. I like her. She was so pretty. Let me tell you this. Dealing with you are 80-something years old. When my husband's sickness started happening, and it took him out in 3 months. We had already knew 10 years ago that his prostate was already enlarged. We know then, as it was getting down to the last year, really like 3 months before that, he went in the hospital, how he was peeing all the time and losing and all this thing. Oh yeah. Because I don't know. And then you was 80. What's wrong with that leg, Donald? Both say there's something wrong with that leg and them hands. Guess what? You know what it is? Wow. And believe me, allegedly, I believe your wife would be so glad when the day comes when your feet get damn cold, because she not going to touch you. She going to go through the motion where they going to salute, blow horn and march and all that type of stuff. Who has a birthday party with the military, but everybody over here, the whole world is fighting about you, talking about your ass. They got more entertainment to talk about your ass than see some damn ugly people. Really? How successful do you feel? Because you know why you're not successful? Because you don't want to be there. You just doing that of being ugly. That's all that is. Now, let's get that going. And all his kids said if they his kids said that. Wow. Ain't one of them, ain't that Trump Jr., ain't he on crack? Allegedly, they said that boy over there running around down there on Martin Luther King Boulevard to see what he gonna get the next damn drug set. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. Anyway, let's go back. Yeah. Allegedly, yeah. They said he was, I told you, he was down there on Martin Luther King at the corner store. Uh-huh. Right. Watch this here. Let's see what else. But I believe, brother. I don't care. That can't change with me. I believe, brother. Hold on a second. Okay, girl, come on.
He asked me to come up to his place uptown. He wanted to.
In several places that I have seen that Epstein showed me pictures. He had about a dozen snapshots, Polaroids, as I recall, of Trump with women, girls around Epstein's pool in Palm Beach. Two and three of them I remember. Two were of Trump sitting with topless girls of indeterminate age in his lap, and one in which he has a stain on the front of his pants, and the girls are 3 or 4 girls, also topless, are bent over, pointing and laughing at him.
So I point out, just to be clear here, of course, we don't have any evidence of wrongdoing by Trump. He's not been accused of any. But Michael, in light of all of this, what you say you've seen, your conversations, I want to play another clip from your interviews with Epstein about Trump, where Epstein told you that Trump would try to sleep with some of Trump's friends' wives, and basically by duping them. So Epstein, in this clip with you, is basically mimicking Trump. He's giving an example to you of something Trump would have said to him. Here it is.
He'd say, Michael, come on, let's go to the office. And he'd say, tell me, what's it like there? He'd say, you like having sex with your wife? How often do they? He'd say, it's great. Seriously, Michael, how often do you have sex? I mean, don't you want to go? You and I can go upstairs, or tomorrow, come over. There's this girl coming in from Los Angeles, part of the Hawaiian tropic cuts. So come over to your car. You're going to have a great time. I promise you, Michael, it's just me and you. You're going to have a great time. Be up here at 3 o'clock. We can go upstairs. Come on, you must have had a better wife, right? I said, yes. Tell me about it. And the lights on, the speakerphone, listening. Donald said, I think you're really hot. And I know you think you're a guy. Michael is like the end of the world, the best guy on earth. You will be married to him. You're wrong. Just listen to the next 20 minutes. And go with the represent, set you up.
That's obviously Jeffrey Epstein's voice, telling a story the way that he said Trump would have done it. Essentially, I guess, would be breaking up a marriage in a case like this. And Michael, people have long claimed Trump did this. Have someone listening in on the phone during conversations where he gets one spouse to talk about cheating on the other. What more did he tell you about Trump and women?
Well, Epstein spoke rather at length about this. This was, and let's remember the context here. They were friends from the late 80s through to 2004. This was a period in American life when the models were in the zeitgeist, supermodels, people who wanted to be models. And these two men, Epstein and Trump, this was their obsession. They were, I think it was probably the most important part of their lives. Women and money and models. They were invested in modeling agencies together. They started modeling agencies. Trump obviously had his beauty pageants. Epstein was involved with Victoria's Secret models. This was an abiding obsession. They spent an enormous amount of time chasing models, figuring out how to be with models, figuring out how to get models to like them.
Yeah.
And people have said to me, "Well, you don't mean Donald Trump liked little girls." And I say what I mean is that they were liked models. What was the age of models? And trust me, they didn't ask for IDs.
Let me ask you, because you mentioned when your clips were released, you're saying that she was part of the impetus for that. But when you released them, Trump's team did attack you. They called the audio outlandish false smears. They said that Trump threw Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago, not because of the real estate deal gone wrong, as you describe it, but because that's what they say Trump learned about the sex trafficking allegations. And he found out, they're using the word now, creep. So they threw Epstein out. And we've heard the White House repeat this version of events in recent days. What do you say to that?
Well, the White House is clearly looking to do anything to close down this story, anything to distance Donald Trump from Jeffrey Epstein, and for good reason, because they were so close for so long. What they're saying is I think it's absolute. It's not true. It's baloney. What is credible is the details of Epstein's story about this house, which in fact Donald Trump did buy, and then bought for $40 million and sold within less than 2 years for $95 million.
Now, Mark Epstein, the brother of Jeffrey Epstein. And Mark, from what you know, from what you saw, how close was your brother to Donald Trump?
They were very close. They were good friends. Jeffrey used to sometimes tell me things that Donald said that were funny. I know Donald was in Jeff's office a lot back in the 90s. It's documented that Donald flew on Jeff's plane a number of times. I don't know if they ever checked, but I know Jeff flew on Donald's plane also. I don't know if they've ever looked at his flight logs. And they were good friends. I flew on Jeff's plane. It's known I was on a plane in 1999, flying up from Florida, and Donald was with us. And we were all joking around. They were good friends.
So, tell me about that. I know there was something on that flight that you remember about your brother and Trump. What is it?
Well, it was a funny thing when we were talking, and stick a pin in that. A couple weeks or a week before that flight, I was talking to Jeffrey, and he told me that he was talking to Donald, and he asked Donald, "How come you sleep with so many married women?" And Donald's answer was, "Because it's so wrong." Now, amongst guys, it was a funny line. And then when we were on the plane a week or two later, Jeffrey asked Donald the same question. And I know he did that for my benefit so that I could hear Donald say it. And Jeffrey asked him, "How come you sleep with so many married women?" And Donald said, "Because it's so wrong." Now, it's a funny line, but the answer is not the poignant part of the story here. The question is the poignant part, because for Jeffrey to ask him that question, number one, he would have to know that Donald slept with a lot of married women, so and he probably got that information from Donald. And
it
also
implies a confidence.
Okay, look. Wow. You see that? I'm glad that I went and I started that back from the beginning, right? Because that right now is what they did that 16 hours ago. And then, but you still got people over there looking at it or whatever that you're doing, looking at it live. Thank you, guys. I had to go and get this here carrot up in here. So Lisa said, "Oh, it's a lady." I believe everything what he said. I believe everything what he said. He is stumbling over his words, but it ain't that he lying. It's just that so much had don't happen, and he cannot remember everything. As everything comes to him, little by little, he can tell a little bit more. Because he got so much to tell and so much to say, it gonna take a book. Because one thing about when it be like a tell-all in a book, there be so much that don't happen. They can't tell it all. They forget. Oh, they'll remember after the book been published. Okay, you guys, how we doing? Let's go over there and see what the hell Maxwell is going. Don't guide me now. I got innocent press. Let me go ahead on and let me see. I did a great hour on this one here. Don't worry about it, folks. Self-love, you want to go over there until wait, my glasses over there. Okay. Okay. Let me go. We're going to see what inner city press got something to say about all of this here, what is going on. Okay. Let me get over here. Inner city press. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna y'all wait a minute, hold up a second. Let me put this here right here. Hold up. Y'all, I wonder, y'all just hold it right there. It's something that had gonna happen. Let me see. Maybe I want to see something. I want to see something. If this was my man. Hold up a second. Wait a minute. Okay, no. Okay, no, that ain't what I want. Okay, that ain't what I want. Okay, that ain't what I want. I'm already subscribed. Yeah, I go turn on something else for you. Now you're gonna. I want to show y'all the inner city press. Matthew. Okay, let's see. Got to see what they have on. Okay. Okay, you guys just bear with me one moment while I pull it up from here. Okay, here we go. This is not, this is about Sunday 2 weeks for this thing. Okay, let's go back. We're gonna go back for a second here. I gotta go. Y'all with me? Just give me one moment. I'm trying to get this out. How's I'm gonna get this out? I want to see you. I need to go back to it. Okay, here we go. Okay, hold up a second. You guys, I am over here. Let me take this here down here. I'm not over here on Inner City Press. Hold on a second. I'm over here on Inner City Press. Okay, how y'all doing today? Welcome to another new week. Hold on a second. No. Inner City Press. Okay. Ooh, you guys. Yes, yes, yes. I was trying to get here and try to wash my hair early in the morning. I mean, I'm talking about like 6 o'clock in the morning. So at least I would have a good 12. At least it would be somewhere dry like about 10 o'clock at night. But anyway, I messed up. So well, I know I can be up until late. Let go ahead and do what it got to do. Woo! Okay. How y'all doing today? Let's go here. We're gonna do something. We're going over to the inner city press. But what we're gonna be picking up on the inner city press is dealing fact with Maxwell. Okay? We're gonna be picking up her or what's going on to bring us up here. Let me get the glasses. Right now I can get my glasses on. Woo, woo. Okay, let me see. I post on my feed that was saying that Jay-Z run because Diddy said he wasn't going to give him. Hold up a second. Let me see. Okay, wait a minute, y'all. Let me see what over here with something. I saw on our feed that said that Jay-Z to run because Diddy said he wasn't going. He wasn't not going down by himself. Yeah, I told you that. I told you that. Of course, everybody in it. Do I think so? Diddy is getting it out? Hell no. If he do, he ain't gonna be free. He won't be free because you gotta understand they packing up a lot. Them boys, and y'all know the rappers from the early 90s. You remember Aaliyah got caught up in that stuff. Aaliyah was asleep at her death. Yeah. She didn't even want to go. But you had the Beyonce chick coming back. Remember now, Dana Dash, Jay-Z, they both had Aaliyah. Aaliyah did not like Jay-Z. It wasn't her type. Jay-Z liked it. Aaliyah. Dana Dash was in love with Aaliyah. That's why him and Sean Carter don't see face to face now because of a damn woman. It wasn't money. It was that woman. But guess who got rid? Guess who made her got flooded out? R. Kelly. It's stinking the Piper, the big stinking Piper, whatever they call him. Anyway, let me do this. Let's go over here. Keep everybody. Let's go up here because that I got to read. Don't worry about it. I got to retitle this here for some kind of little. What did I have this title? Yep, Steve found they talk about it. Don't worry about it. I got that. Let me see. I have to put a time in here. So I have to put a time in. So when I go back and divide up the video, I know where I to stop when I'm finna divide it up. Hold on a second. Let's go over here. Because I want to see more about dealing fact with. I'm going on here on neighborhood unlocked. Hold up a second, you guys. Hold up. Let me see. Yeah. process. I want to be able to do that. Hold on a second. Let's see. You guys, I got all of this here set up. So just give me one moment. Oh, no. I don't want to go to that like that. No, I don't want to go to it like that. I definitely don't want to go to it like that. Oh, no, hold up a second. No, it's not it. Hold up, that ain't what I want to go to. Just a minute. Say the rapper, Sexy Red. Sexy Red, yes. She did say that, did in fact with, hold on. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, let me go. Let me go here. Hold up 1 second. Wait a minute, y'all. Joel, our friend. Let's see what he got to say. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's when John began. And you're going to see the victims. They talk to all these victims, all these young gals. Jeffrey Epstein, I mean, he makes Diddy look like an altar boy. Seriously. I mean, there are hundreds of girls. They don't know how many hundreds of girls that him and Ghislaine Maxwell has. And you know, when I watched the show, there was a similarity when I started listening to the victims, okay? And some of their stories were identical to the victim in the Diddy case. So I really appreciate you gals who've been abused, who've been through stuff like that. These things should not happen in our society. But there's something we're going on, and it's all stemmed from the Department of Justice. Not from the president, from the Department of Justice. Why are they hiding all these names of these important people that went with Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell? And they were very powerful people. And it's both parties. So when Trump says, oh, Obama didn't do it, so no, Obama didn't do it. Because why? Bill Clinton visited the island 26 times. Is Monday a bad day for me coming out here? Can't seem to get people over here.
No.
And folks, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that share button and hit that like, okay? I appreciate it, whatever. And don't be ashamed. You want to hit that thanks button? Help me out. I appreciate it. I'm an elderly man. Not making the money I used to. That's for sure.
From the mob, you guys.
You know, it is what it is. Why did Bill Barr go and visit Jeffrey Epstein? Why?
I don't know.
Was it a warning to him? Or were they setting things up? Okay. Is Jeffrey Epstein living someplace? Remember, he transferred over $600 million of his money to an island account in the island. Why are you going to do that if you're not going to be at that island?
Don't you should.
There's so many questions that are unanswered, and we're never going to get them. Because our Department of
You
Justice,
know, I
they'll arrest
to
you,
him and I
they'll
told him, I
arrest
said,
me.
or
They
I
won't
said,
touch
I'm
me.
subscribed to your channel. I said, you watch
So
this.
what's wrong with this
Hold on a
country,
second.
folks?
See, is he gonna say something?
Quicksilver, I'm agreeing with you. Why would you transfer $600 million a year to an account in the island that nobody could touch except you? Doesn't make sense, does it? So was that what Bill Barr was there for? Was Bill Barr there to set up? Because don't forget, the Bureau of Prison is under the Department of Justice, which was under Bill Barr at the time. And don't forget, Bill Barr's father, David Barr, had a relationship and gave Jeffrey Epstein his beginning. So a lot of answers there. Money still being there, so I wouldn't be surprised, Vaughn. And do dead people move money? No, they don't. The Bahama Island of David Copperfield.
Hello, guys, I'm here with you.
Thank you, Thank you, Dovey. Yeah, let's get the likes up and the shares. Subscribe, folks, please.
I have spoke with him, didn't think
And post to 10,100. Let's give me the 10,000. Let's give me the 11,000 here. Okay. Folks, you like to hear stories about the mafia? True stories? I'm going to be telling them to you. You want to hear about Hollywood and the mafia? I'm going to be telling them to you. I haven't done these stories before, folks. But with you folks, I'm going to be doing it. So make sure you set your notifications that when I come on and I do a live, you're going to know about it. And I'll be talking to you. Anybody got any questions here for me today? Tomorrow I think I might do a live one out in the field again. I think I'm going to go to the farmer's market. And I got a lot of stories falling. I'm amazed at the stories that I have and that I'm still here to be able to tell them.
Let me tell you something.
Here I am, folks. Come to you today as I promised.
Okay.
Now, I got to learn how to schedule my live shows and then what button do I hit when I go in? Because I did it one.
Hold on a second. Let me go back to him.
One time, and I couldn't get in my own show. We'll try to figure that one out. Well, I'll get it. I'll get it figured. Yeah, the mafia still exists, not like it did with the people that I knew. For those of you who bought my book, you know, a lot of my friends were, gangsters you see movies about, like Frank Costello, Vito Genovese, Carlo Marcello. What did Carlo have to do with the assassination of President Kennedy? Russell Buffalino.
Okay. Y'all, let me tell you something. Those that have not, y'all, my hair is wet, excuse me. I'm just doing something here. Then I got to go outside for a little bit and let it continue to air dry. Okay, y'all, let me tell you something. Dealing fact with oil. Oil basically is Orlando. So let me tell you, he is. Hold on, let me see where I'm going to bring this down here. Okay, hold on a second. He is a gentleman that me and the schools met. He came out, check it. I want y'all to listen to this here. Listen to this here. He came out, didn't that, when the Diddy trial started. Right now, he would sit there or can't almost get, I would say 25 people in his chat. But when the Diddy trial came on, he was getting a little bit more than 25 in there. He's back. Because people want, people like him and Mr. Tim, he sits right there on that couch and he'll tell us the story of his life, this, that, and that. See, people, this is what you call somebody that, this is a real person. A person that can basically take what they see and question it. And then can take you back down memory lane. Okay, now this how it was. He know exactly what it is. I mean, I have no spoke with him. He told me when I, yes. Guess what? When he was around there with Diddy, I know he had 1,000 people. Now, guess what? Diddy trial ain't been not even, say, 5 months, 4 months. And guess what he did? He finna hit 11,000. Because you know why? Because he take his time with his audience. He have a cool way about himself. If he going outside in the eye doctor and we can't really hear his sound, he still be talking to us. He talk to you one by one. I had the one that tell me, now I subscribe to your channel, you got to subscribe to mine. He said, okay, Dudley, I'm doing it right now. That's how based out that he communicates. And see, and just like that, a small audience makes a big difference. A small audience does not mean you can't get nobody over in your channel. When you have a small audience, you can sit right here. Okay, yeah. This darling, you can sit right there and he can hold everybody in his hand. His chat ain't rolling. He don't even need no moderators. He mod his own channel. He said that he once knew, and then as he talked, we drive him. Yeah, he gonna talk everybody. Yes, and you know what? I'm gonna reach out to him again. And I'm gonna ask him, what about me and him working together? Ain't nothing but 30 minutes. Because he basically come on 15, 30 minutes to tell his whole life story and whatever. He let you know he ain't afraid of nobody. He let you know that he's a mafia all the way down to the blood. He tell you he can walk through any ghetto that he wants to. He ain't afraid of nobody. This is what Orr had said. And we believe, and then we sit back here with our leg crossed, sipping juice, and just sit there because it's so entertaining. Y'all think this is entertaining to see them jumping up and down out of jail and cause no, baby. No. This is what you call entertaining. But I guess all you meant for all the slow ones from back of the bus. Maybe that meant for us. But that man there, we can see him, and the schoolers can tell you, welcome to everybody. We can sit here all day and listen to Orr. Because his story and Mr. Tim's story is so fascinating, y'all. This man here, in, how do we say it, 5 months time, did the trial start in May. From May up to date, he asked for a couple more people, a couple more subscribers so he can have 11,000 for being the cool person that he is. So I'm telling you right now, it doesn't matter who holding it down, but all the people that's in your chat, baby, they just being damn nosy. It's just like the mess. But true story like this, even under Mr. Tim be over there, depends on who lie. Mr. Tim would crack 100 and something. And Mr. Tim would get over there with that bad damn singing. gets on everybody's nerve. But guess what? Mr. Tim is entertaining. People think around here that you got to be around here trying to fight that damn power with everybody. They're smooth talking old man that look like that he like black girls. Because you know, Italian guys carry a log like a black man. He one thing, and then Italian guys don't believe in beating on women. But they believe on having a lot of girls, a lot of men. But didn't fact, with Ork is in his 70s. I think Ork said he's 71 or 72. I know he's not 73. And he would tell you that. That old cool old dude, he put on his shade and he go down the street. Y'all, this is the Hall of Fame. You see that? You see this here star in there? The Walk of Fame. You see this star right here? The old TV over there. This is stuff that we cannot get back. And I'm going to tell you, everybody shares him out. And just take up the time and listen to what he got to say. And then he don't want a book. I don't share out his book. I was doing something. I was into like getting back with his books, and then he said that thank you, Dudley. You know my name, because that's like, you know, I'm the only Dovey around here. But anyway, you guys, yeah, if you have not subscribed to him, I know my people that's in here, they have subscribed to him. He comes on, he can say did effect with Diddy's situation, but let me tell you something. I'm glad that Orr bring it up. I'm glad that Orr bring it up. You know why I'm glad that Orr bring it up? Allegedly, I may go back and read the rest of his video with Jeff Epstein. It's a lot of people that was involved. You send $600 million to an island where nobody at. Because you know what? It was allegedly, hear me out, y'all. Allegedly, it was an inside job. I told y'all, I think that we did something last week about that. Sometimes people walk away from the spotlight. Yeah, let me be. I don't want to be famous anymore. Just let me be. How could you send $600 million to where? And who got it? Who picked it up? Sometimes people don't want to tired of it. They see the people know your whole life of the rise and fall and make fun and criticize you, and that will stick to you closer than your skin does. Jeffrey Epstein, I'm trying to say in my mind, if they say that he dead, okay. When I go to the funeral, I believe it, but I don't think so. I think so. This is something got to do with, let's say, like the guards, the man that was head of the prison. All this here is dealing, in fact, with an inside damn job. Now, let me tell you something, dealing, in fact, with the job. Don't you know that the more can make up a person? A more can make you up. Like same way how they do it in Disney or Universal Studio. They can make you up that you there in that casting. That's you. It's exactly how you look and everything. So something pertaining to his death, something not right. Yeah, they took him over there to the hospital, but y'all something just not right. Something ain't telling me that was him. Business is business. Money talk, and just for me to get the hell out of this here life of this here stuff here, everybody don't turn it on me, and I know what the feds are gonna give me. Now you know that when you on the Fed, you know they are watching your ass because you on a suicidal watch. But all of a sudden, the camera was able to lose so many seconds, a minute or 3 minutes, or a minute, so many seconds. Why? It don't take long to put you here and put me there. That's it. How long did it take? It didn't take no time. And you know what? Let me tell you something. How they make these body out of clay, and y'all see exactly what they do. How they do, and they can do a baby alive, and the baby's skin can feel real, and all this type of stuff. All about eating nothing but rubber and wax. Jeffrey Epstein, I got a problem with, because you ain't got no sure. I don't know. I have to ask Ford to do that because he into your ass. Same thing he was into Diddy ass. Jeffrey Epstein is something dealing around his death. That where you at? Why you sending that money over there? And what you doing sending money anyway? Ain't you behind bar? Why they did not freeze everything? Everything. Just something to think about. Now let me tell you something dealing with order. He doesn't put it unless that he started. Because he's an older guy. He is new with this internet stuff. He would tell you. He is new. He had got caught up in a RICO charge. I don't think or even put the title what he finna talk about. He just come live. I think. But anyway, he did say that he forgot how to do something. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Ooh, hold a second. Woo. Yes. Hold up. Hold on. Hold up 1 second, you guys. Hold up. Y'all, I had just checked, and and guess what? Or name title is his name. Oh boy, yeah. So anyway, just the name of the title. Anyway, what we at? We at on the Eastern Coast. We at 3:20. And I'm going to talk to you guys just a little bit more, about 10 more minutes. We're going to come back because that'll get the ladies time enough to fix dinner. I'm going to go out there and go outside and sit around the pool so my hair can go ahead and get dry. I may be going live around the pool. So anyway, you guys, this is what we're going to do, some deep dive. Like again, Epstein, I got a problem. Y'all, they can do so much. Then, in fact, with making that you real. They was good at the Disney and Universal Studio. But sometimes people wants to walk out the life. Just want to walk out. Just let me be. I want to know my life. So that's why I'm saying that. I'm going to get myself to go around the pool. And I'll see you guys in a few minutes when I get set down. Ladies, please start your dinner so we can come back and talk. Let me get myself ready so I can go out to the pool. Thank you for coming over. Please like my video and share me out. Thank you. Bye.